Hey, you guys are awesome. I just want to begin by saying that you are the initial first go of the Hill small groups. And I hope you guys are having a good time. I wanted to send out kind of a quick video, kind of vision casting, letting you guys know why we are doing this. I firmly believe that you guys are creating an amazing ministry, that you guys are leading on your campuses, and we know that building community, that creating an opportunity, a safe place for you guys to come and hang out and ask questions is super important. So look around at the adults in the room. These guys believe in you. These guys love you. These guys are going to invest in you. They are here to help guide you through this crazy time called junior high and high school. Now look around at the students next to you, to the left and to the right. Here's the truth, and here's what I want you guys to know. These groups will only be as great as you make them. If you want depth and intimacy and transparency, and if you want to talk about real things, you have to be willing to go first. It's that simple. Now, we want these places to be a circle of trust. So what you hear here, what is shared here, doesn't go outside of these walls. There's going to be times that your leaders kind of nudge you and say, hey, let's talk about this later, but there's going to be other times where we want you to share about what's going on. We want this to be a place where if you're having challenges at home, you can talk about it. If you're wrestling with something that you heard in the message or something that you see in the video next week and in the weeks to come are challenging you, we want you to share about it. The other thing we want to encourage you is this. We don't want Christianese. We don't want you to quote the Bible. We don't want you to say, I was reading the other day and this is what I heard. We want you to talk about you. How does this apply in your life? What are you feeling? What are you thinking when it comes to the question that came up? How is this going to impact you on your campus, in your schools, on your sports teams? I love the Bible. I love what it says, but we want to say in a way where a first-time guest who doesn't know anything about Scripture, who doesn't really know who this Jesus guy is, can understand and relate to what you're saying. Now, it doesn't mean shy away from Scripture. It doesn't mean shy away from our faith, but I want us to be conscious about not just saying the cute Christian things and saying, hey, here's what I'm wrestling with. There's some of you in the room, and I'm going to be honest, you're going to talk too much. And just know your leader is going to encourage you to be quiet. And here's why. We want other people to get involved. There's some of you in the room, and tonight you're going to be talking about random stuff that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. And the leader is going to ask you to stop. Why? Because we want to stay focused. We want this time to matter. So if you ever get to a spot where you're thinking, hey, this group isn't what I want it to be, I'm going to challenge you with this. Lead. Make it what you want it to be. I'm looking for men and women who believe in the Hill, who believe in God, who believe in small groups, to take ownership and multiply. We want these groups to grow. We want these groups to spread. We want our houses to be bursting at the seams so that we have to go find new leaders and new host homes because you guys are inviting and sharing and welcoming people into who we are as the Hill, into what it means to be a believer, that we spread. The whole vision of discipleship, the whole vision of the church was to go out, to send people out. And that's what we want these groups to be. Now, we hope that you get connected with the small group leader. And over the next few weeks, you'll probably be bouncing around and trying a couple and finding a group of friends that fit. But once you find this group, we want you guys to commit. And the day will come that we send you out. We're going to ask. We'll come when we get too big and we'll say, hey, who wants to go plant another house? Who wants to go create another ministry? And my vision and my heart is this, that your senior year of high school, when you look back, you can say, hey, you know what? My small group multiplied 5, 6, 7 times. We brought 40, 50, 60 people into a deeper relationship. Now, these groups aren't just inclusive. They're not just for students of the Hill who want to come and find depth. These groups are a safe place for first-time guests, friends, people who don't know what church is to come and talk about life. All of us are struggling with things. All of us want depth. And so I want you guys to welcome people. I want you guys to encourage and take ownership of your faith, to create a safe place for everybody who comes, and for us to make our small group systems something that is amazing and beautiful because we authentically care. So here's what today is. Let's have fun. Let's laugh. Let's share stories. Let's get to know each other. Let's be vulnerable and real. And then next week, we're going to jump into our first series, Dug Down Deep. And it's a 4-week series about how to make your faith your own, how to actually apply this. And you're going to look through a journey of a couple high school students who are challenged with a couple different situations, who are struggling to find their identity, and I guarantee you're going to relate and be able to empathize and apply what you hear. So get to know your friends, get to know your leaders, begin to think about, hey, who's that one person I want to do this with? Who's that one person I want to be in my small group? And let's begin to invite and lead the way. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. Let's go do it.